So, what are some signs that you're a nomad, or at least a part-time nomad? Well, when you've been home for 5 days and you start looking at your calendar and seeing when you can go back out, that's where I was at yesterday. I've been trying to redo in here, and I haven't been in a building mood, so I haven't broke out the skill saw, but I've done some modifications in here. Still got some more to do in here. But I had the calendar out yesterday seeing when I can leave. I've got an eye appointment coming up in a couple weeks. I have to get an injection in this eye. I've got wet macular, so I have to get an injection every 12 weeks. Of course, my eye doctors told me that they can schedule me an appointment anywhere I'm at. They scheduled me one in Montana. I just have to know where I'm gonna be at every 12 weeks. And then I've got blood work coming up, annual blood work coming up April the 5th. I haven't seen all the grandkids, so I got to get around to seeing all the grandkids and all my kids. And I'm waiting on that new baby to get here in a couple weeks, so I got to see that new baby. But it's looking like I can leave April the 5th. I can get my blood work that morning, and then I can skedaddle, because you can do the little telephone thing now, the follow-up visit about the blood work. But I'm trying to get my car ready. I'm going on my way now to get my window fixed, that propped up window. And there's a piece that needs changing on my air conditioner, because it was 83 yesterday. And even though a week and a half ago when I was out west, I said I was ready for this humid air, I really wasn't. Yesterday, I had it falling off of me. I was like, we're never happy. I thought I was tired of breathing the dry air, and now I'm complaining about the humid air. But anyway, I do love it in the east. So when I leave April, 1st of April, I'm going to do some of the eastern states. I'm gonna go up to Tennessee and the Carolinas, and maybe as far up as Virginia. I don't want to get too high because it may still be cold up there. So I'm gonna do a trip there. Then I'll have to come back home June, because after 2 years of being shut down with the old C word, our church camp is going to be opened back up this summer, and I'm a counselor at church camp. So I'm excited about doing that in June. My granddaughter that's going to have the baby, she usually does it, so she's probably not gonna get to go. She's my co-counselor after being in my cabin for years growing up. I had a group of girls from our church that grew up with me as their counselor, but she probably won't get to go. But we're so excited about the baby coming, so maybe next year he could toddle along with her. So I've got that to do, and then I can leave again in July, and I'm gonna do the Pacific Coast. I still haven't made it to Pacific Ocean, so I can go out there and do the Pacific Coast. But I was thinking yesterday, there's signs that you're a nomad, that you're at least a part-time nomad, and I don't know that what I'm not drifting toward being more than a part-time. I'll always have to come back home to my home base, but it seems like my times home, seems like sometimes they get shorter and shorter, and I want to be out on the road and in my van. I love tiny living. I went to McDonald's this morning after I got my oil changed to get me a cup of coffee, and the line was wrapped. So what do you do when you go to McDonald's and the line's wrapped? If you're a van camper, you pull over to the empty lot and you climb back there and you make your cup of coffee. And I thought, why hadn't I always been doing stuff like this? Since I've been in the van, I do that. If I have to go to the bathroom, I stop, go to the bathroom. You don't have to look for a bathroom. All these bathrooms and all these places usually are nasty. It's not nasty in my van. So I'm on my way to my son's garage. He warned me that A-Hole's garage doesn't open early. That's what he calls it. It's not very nice, is it? But he doesn't like to do mechanical work now. He travels and does power plant shutdowns and welds, but he does his mama's mechanical work. So he told me he wasn't getting up early. So I'm gonna go out there, and if he's not up, I'll just piddle in the van. Anyhow, just thought I'd put that out there, that if you have a home base and you go back home and you find yourself at night going out there and climbing in your bed and staying a few minutes, and you find yourself out there all the time, my kids and all say, Mama, your van doors are open all the time. And I tell them that's because I want to be in it. That you're probably a nomad, at least a part-time nomad. So I'm ready to get back out on the road. But I got other things I got to take care of. Life, I have to take care of life. Got to get this car all ready to go. It's going to be warm wherever I go, and I got to have the air in the window and all. So got to get the car ready, and then I'll be ready to hit the road.